Hello students, welcome class 5 Sure e-learning computer class. Previous class we have completed chapter number 8. Chapter number 8 book exercise completed. Short answer type questions I will discuss later on. Today I want to start book exercise in your exam, all MCQ pattern questions. If you read the chapter you can answer all the questions. Okay, so today I want to start a new chapter, chapter number 9. Chapter number 9, Microsoft Excel 2010. Chapter number 9, Microsoft Excel 2010. Page number 109. So you all please open your book and follow me carefully. Microsoft Excel, it is a spreadsheet software. Microsoft Excel 2010, it is a spreadsheet software specially designed to perform mathematical calculation. This one in Excel Excel we use generally, it is a spreadsheet software. Generally we use this software to do the calculation, mathematical calculation. It is used to record and analyze numerical data. We can here we can calculate anything. If you suppose in a big company, that in a school also, in other offices also, they use the Excel to store the data, and there we can calculate. Suppose in a company they store the employee details, the basic salary, HRA and different many things, house rent and everything. There we can calculation also. We can calculate in the spreadsheet also. Uses of Microsoft. It is used to record and analyze numerical data. We can calculate the numerical data over there in a spreadsheet. It is a spreadsheet software. Excel. Which one? Excel. Now, uses of Microsoft Excel. Why we use the Microsoft Excel? What is the purpose of uses the Excel? MS Excel is most popular software that helps to arrange data in an organized way. There we can arrange the name alphabetical order. We can arrange the name we can arrange the anything on their numeric data, that such as that their roll number wise we can arrange, and we can arrange their salary wise we can arrange the member, that means employee. They arrange data in an organized way. In the organized way, there are column and rows are there, so we can keep the data organized way, and we can calculate also. Fill data automatically in the cell, and fill data automatically in the cell. Select a cell or more cells with data and drag the plus symbol. The other cell will get filled with data automatically. If I want to do anything, when we fill only one cell and then click it and drag it, the plus symbol will come and the same number. Or if you want to, suppose 1 and 2 written, if I want to draw the roll number 1 2 3 4 increasing order, if you want to write then you just click it and select it and drag it, the plus symbol will come, the other cell will get filled with data automatically. Okay, perform calculation. There we can calculate, we can sum, we can calculate others also. Okay, auto recalculation is also there. We can do this one and compare data using pick, graphs, charts, etc. We can use the chart, graphs, etc. in Excel, and store data, and lots of data we can store in a box sheet. Okay, now here you can see there's one number one, arrange the data here then arrange the data over here. And now first the name is not, roll number is not there. Suppose you want to put the number, let's see in the second number 1 and 2 written, and then click, when you drag it, then the next 2 3 4 5 will comes automatically. Okay, and then we can arrange the name alphabetically ordered. Look here, first alphabetically ordered. If I want the name, then its name are not here in alphabetically order. Here the total is done, the total. Here the marks is given, computer, English, maths and sciences, and add. All the three cells are 4 columns, 4 rows want to add. You can add automatically. These are graphs. We can, here 4 we can add, and we can compare also others, and here these are the graphs. Now how to start MS Excel? First, if you want to apply any software, first we should know that how to open Excel. First you have to click on the start button. We have to click on the start button. After clicking the start button, there is option Microsoft Office. Click on Microsoft Office. When you click on Microsoft Office, there option in a Microsoft Office, there are MS Word, Microsoft Word, MS Excel, MS Access, MS PowerPoint. These are there. You just click, you need to open Microsoft Excel 2010. Then click on the MS Excel 2010. So first click on the start button, then click on Microsoft Office, then click on Microsoft Office, Microsoft Excel 2010. Then start button, then click on Microsoft Office, then click on Microsoft Excel 2010. Okay, when you click this, you can see this type of window will open. This type of window will open. This is the MS Excel worksheet. This is called worksheet. This is called a worksheet. Okay. On starting MS Excel, a blank sheet appears on the screen. By default, it's named Book 1. When you open this, you can see in the title bar always Book 1. First time when it new open, that time the name will be Book 1. Okay, and this is called the Quick Access Toolbar. You all know this is called Quick Access Toolbar, where is Excel button is there, and shape, redo, undo, these all the buttons are there. This is called Quick Access Toolbar. Then title bar, and then is ribbon. Then the next part is called ribbon. In the ribbon there are different groups and commands are available there. And next is name box. In the name box, and there is a formula bar beside. This is called the name box. That name box means the current cell address we can see. We can see the current cell address over there in the name box. And now this box is there. And now this is the active cell. Where is the cursor is there? Now you can see this is the sheet. Here these are called columns. These are called columns, and these are called row. These are called row. Okay. Here columns and row. Here it starts from A, B, C, D, E, F in this manner, and here it will start from 1, in this manner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Row are indicated by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this manner, and columns are like this A, B, C, D in this manner. Okay. Now here which one, if the cursor is there, this is, that means this cell is active. And next here let's see name box, beside there is a formula bar. Formula bar, so when you do the calculation in any cell, if we calculate anything, that formula we can see in this formula bar. This is the row heading. These are called the row heading. These are row heading, and these are column heading. Okay, these are column heading A, B, C, D. These are called column A, column B, column C, column, and this is row heading. Okay, and this, and the middle portion, it is called working area. This portion is called working area. Okay, and now always when you open when you open the MS Excel 2010, that time we can see there is 3 sheet. Okay, always sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. But 3 is there, but if we required, we can increase the sheet. Sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5, sheet 6. In this manner we can we can add sheet. Okay. Now turn over workbook and worksheet. What is workbook and what is worksheet? When we start Excel, a file is open which is called workbook. When we open This one, this is called a, when you start Excel, a file is opened which is called a workbook. A workbook comes with 3 sheets known as sheet tab. This is 3 sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. These are called known as sheet tab. Now which one is active now? Sheet 1. Now which one? First one is sheet, when is open, this is the sheet 1. Then we can go to the next tab. Sheet, these are called, a workbook comes with 3 sheet worksheet, 3 worksheet. These are called worksheet. When the book is open, this total is called workbook with the 3. And now sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, these are called sheet tab. These are called worksheet. These are called worksheet. 3 are named as sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. They can be seen at the bottom left of the window. Bottom left of the window, we can see this one, sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. Okay. Now a worksheet is divided into rows and column. A worksheet is divided into row. This is called row, 1, 2, 3, 4 row, and A, B, C, D, these are columns. Okay. Data is entered into the worksheet. Data is entered into the worksheet. This is the worksheet. Sheet number 1, this is a worksheet. In this worksheet, we can enter the data. Row, which is rows. Each row has a numerical heading range from 1 to 10,48,576. Then how many rows are there? It starts from 1 and it's 1 to 10,48,576. This rows. Columns, each columns has a alphabetical heading. A, B, C, D, E, F till Z, then A, B, A, C, A, and then after A, Z, then again B, A, B, in this manner it continue. Okay, each column has an alphabetical heading at the top. At the top, these are the alphabetical heading, and each worksheet contains 16,384. How many columns? 16,384 columns. The first column has letters from A through Z, then AA, then through AZ, and continuing up to XFD. Okay, up to XFD. Done, everyone? Now cell, which is called cell. This one is called a cell. Okay, intersection of rows and column, it is called a cell. The pointed where a row and column meet is called a cell. When the pointer is meet with a row and column is called a cell. It's called a row and column meet is called a cell. Each small rectangle in a worksheet is called a cell. It is a small rectangle. It is called a cell. It is called a cell. Cell reference. What is called the cell reference? The address of the cell or the cell reference can be written by combination the letter responding a column and the number responding of a row. Now, if we want to cell reference, what is the reference? That means the address of this cell. What is the address of this cell? First, you have to tell the row and then column. What is the cell reference? This cell reference is B3. First row and then first column, then row. B3. First you have to tell the column and then row. Okay. By combination the letter responding a column and the number responding in row. Formula bar. And I told that the top there is a formula bar beside the name. Beside the name box, there is a formula bar. A bar is given at the top of the worksheet below the ribbon. This is below the ribbon. 2 small buttons are present on the left of the formula bar. There is this bar. This is cancel, and there is another button. There is a enter button. This is the cancel button and this is the enter button. Cancel button can be used to cancel the data entry. Suppose you enter the data here. If you want to cancel this, you can use this button, and if you want to enter button works like an enter key, and enter button if you want to go to the next enter button works like an enter key. In the next line, the cell pointer, a highlighted cell boundary. This is a highlighted cell boundary. Now the highlighted cell boundary that indicates which cell is active at the moment is called a cell pointer. Now this is the cell pointer. Which cell is active? This is called the cell pointer. Now entering data in Excel. How to enter data in Excel? You can enter number, text, formula in the cell for a worksheet. In a worksheet you can enter the number, you can enter the letter, text, formula, anything. Following the given step, click on the cell where you want to enter the data. If you suppose you want to enter the data in cell here, then click over here, click the cell, click on the cell. That means the cell is active. Now you can type anything over there. Click on the cell where you want to enter the data, type your data in the cell. Then whatever you want to type, you can type the data, and you can press the tab key or to move. You can press, suppose you enter the data here, a name. Suppose you enter the data name here, Neela. And if you want to go to the next cell, then you have to press the tab key. Tab key we use to go to the just next cell. Press the tab key, you can go to the next cell. But if you press the enter key, move down the just below the current cell. This is the current cell now. Now if you press the tab key, you can see the cursor over here. But if you press the enter key, you can cursor over here. Okay. Now let's see, tab key, move the next adjoining cell towards right, the right side. You can go if you want to apply the tab key. Okay. And enter key to move the cursor down by one cell. The cursor, if you press the enter key, this cursor will down by one cell. Okay. I hope you don't have any doubt. Now for example, now turn over the next page. This is the for example. We can see, click on the A1 cell and type computer text report. A1 cell, which one the A1 cell? This is the A1 cell. A first is row and first column, then row. A is the column A1. That means this cell. Okay. Click on the A1 cell and type computer text report, press the enter key and then click on the, if you press here, after writing the computer text it and then press the enter key, you can see the cursor over here. Next the A2, cell A2. Okay, enter key and click A2 cell and the type name. Then type over here name and then press the tab key. Click on the B2 and then if you press the tab key, you can see the cursor, the pointer will come in the just next adjoining cell. Press the tab key B2 and type marks. Here just type marks. Okay, and then again tab key and here C2 type division. C2, this cell name is C2. Here is just write down here division. Here next you just type the enter key and type the rest of the given data and then enter key over here and here enter key press down, type the enter key and type the rest of the given data. Whatever you want to press, you want to type, you can type. Doing calculation, look here, Control plus G, go to the particular cell, Control plus G. The spreadsheet is mainly used to perform mathematical calculation. Spreadsheet, why we store data here? Because it's stored data in a organized way and we can do the calculation. Okay, spreadsheet is mainly used to perform mathematical calculation. The built-in tools like functions and formulas make this task very easy. Here some functions and some formulas are available. Using these formulas and the functions we can do the calculation very easily. Okay, A formula consists of a combination of a cell reference, numbers and arithmetic operators. It's always being with an equal to sign. When we write a formula, in the formula bar we can see always a equal symbol. It will formula start with equal to symbol sign. Okay, to calculate sum using the auto sum function, there is a function auto sum. This symbol is like this. This is the auto sum. Okay, this feature is present in the editing group, in the home tab. Under of the home tab there is the editing group. In the editing group, this is the look. This is the auto sum functions. This is the auto sum function. Okay, and it is used to add up to the data of columns and row. You just select it and then apply the auto sum. All the columns, that means whatever selected part will add. For example, enter the data like 12, 13, 14. 12, 13, 14, you just select it, and then after selection, select the part, you just click the auto sum. Okay, and 12, 13, 14 and the 15 in B2, B3 and B4 and B5 cell respectively. Okay, it will select, click on the B6 cell and press the auto sum button, and then you have to press the auto sum button, press the enter key. The sum of the values in cell B2 to B5 is calculated in the entered in the cell. In Evolve will open the worksheet and try to do this. For example, this part you will solve and do this one also, how to apply the auto sum function, using the auto sum function, how to add. To calculate sum using the formula. Using the auto sum function we can add, and using the formula also we can add. And let's know more. You can create a shortcut of Excel on the desktop by dragging it to the desktop. We can keep it a shortcut. Now click on the cell on which you want to enter the formula. Where you want to enter the formula, you just click on that particular cell. You want to enter the cell, and then like the above example, click on the cell B6. Type equal to sign is the cell, and then first cell reference, then which one you want to equal to, then first reference. Suppose here you want to add 23, 24 and 12. That means in the formula bar you have to give this one equal to symbol, and then after using the equal to symbol, type the first cell reference. First cell reference means this is C3, 2, and then you have to C3, 2, and then you can see type the first cell reference, that is, suppose here is this is the C3. I am given. Enter the arithmetic operator, the plus, and then type the last cell reference, that is another. Now you can apply plus equal to C3 plus, here in this manner, C4, here is C3, C4 plus C5. Okay, C3, C4 and C5 you want to do, and repeat this steps until B5 complete the formula, that is next one also to complete the formula, and then press the enter or the enter button to the formula bar. And after writing this, you have to do the next cell also till the, here is B2, B3, B4 and B5. Here I want to add only 3, then press the enter key or this enter button, and on the formula bar you can see the result, just next cell. Okay, you can see the result of the next cell. Now turn over the next page, you can see, look, there is the formula. Here you can write equal to B, here is the, in your book here is given B2, B3, B4 and B5. Okay, and then press the enter key. Okay, and you can see the result over there. Let's see, 84 and B5, you can see the total of this applying this formula, you can add this number. Let's check this part. Write the cell reference of the following cells: 4th row, 6th column. fourth row and the sixth column. You all please here fourth row means I want to have to draw this a small way. These are row, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, and these are columns and these are rows. These are row, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is given fourth row. Fourth row means this one is fourth row. Fourth row, sixth column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fourth row, sixth column. That means F4. Number A, F4. F4. You all please write down A, F4. 12th row, fourth column. 12th row, fourth column means D. Fourth column means D. A, B, C, D. D and 12th row, D12. And number C. You all please write down number C. 9th row. 9th row means 9th row and 7th column. 9th row and the 7th column. 7th column means A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 7th column means G and 9th row G9 and D. Next D, 10th row, 10th column. 10th row, 10th column. 10th column means A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. J is the 10th column. J and 10. J10 and 13th row, 15th column. 15th column means A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. O is a 15th column and 13 row. That means O 13th. O 13. First column and then row. First column then row. Save a workbook. How to save a workbook? If you have computer, you all will open Microsoft Excel 2010 and apply all this and do the formula and AutoSum function also. To save a workbook, you have to click on the file tab. There is a file is written, file tab, then is home tab, new tab, file, home, new, and these all are tabs are there. You have to click on the file tab. File tab, when you click on the file tab, there is a option save. You just click on the save option. You have to click on the save option and the save as dialog box open. When you click on the save option, save as dialog box open, there you just type the file name and then click save button. The file will be saved with an extension. The extension is .xlsx. .xlsx. This is the extension. Whatever name you will give, auto extension by default, the machine will take this extension. That means this is a Excel file. Or you can save the file by clicking on the save button present on the quick access toolbar. When you click on the quick access toolbar, one message we want to show, save, and then you have to type yes and then file name and then save button. Okay, in this manner also you can save. Or you can also use a shortcut key Ctrl+S to save a file. We can use Ctrl+S to save a file. Okay, when you click this one box will appear saving the workbook, and then you just type the file name and click on the save button. In this way also you can save. Okay, so this chapter you all will read the thoroughly, and if you have computer, is also a practical related chapter. You will practice in your home. Next class I will discuss the book exercise. Okay, thank you beta, bye all of you, have a nice day.